So, it almost has been 10 years since Nintendo Power ceased to be. So I shall fill that void with the E.T. Boy Awards, where I give rewards for my favorite games of the year. No top 10 this time, sorry. Also, I haven't been playing every game out there, so let me have fun. Favorite sports game? That one Google Doodle with the sports of the Tokyo Olympics. This is a sports game with enough variety that it pleases me, but it is pretty short because it's free. Still, the world it develops kind of drew me in. And the PS1 FMV cutscenes, I love it. Favorite platformer? Well, Balan Wonderworld was this close! Really, this close! But yeah, Tori 3D 1 and 2 cost like $1 each, and they have enough content to make up for it. And let's just say that the level design is wow! The future of indie gaming is among us. Favorite art style? Crystals! Yeah, I know I only played the demo, but look at it! Look at how pretty it is! Wow! I kinda wish we had a Tales of Fantasia remake with that art style, but whatever, we have crystals! Favorite new character? Yeah, we get it, it's Balan, the tall man wins. In lands have a background story that goes absolutely insane, and I don't want to spoil it here because there's already a video on my channel that's the most popular video that literally spoils it. So yeah, tall sexy man Tumblr thing wins. Favorite story? How about a game that focuses on showing instead of telling? So yeah, while World's End Club is comparable to really amazing movies, Balan Wonderworld made me cry 6 times despite barely having any dialogue. So I think Balan wins again. Favorite RPG? Yeah, Yes 9 and Tales of Arise play fine despite having some story issues. Atelier Risa is great despite some backtracking. And Blue Reflection I kinda played a bit, but not enough to judge its writing. Although so far it definitely impressed me more than Tales of Arise. So yeah, Neo, The World Ends With You wins. It's really fun, it stands out, and it's the sequel to my favorite game of all time. I don't have any other particular reason aside from look at it! Favorite sequel? New Pokemon Snap! New Pokemon Snap has 3 times more content than the original games, new modes, Dendite cycles, real voice acting, 200 and more Pokemon, and a free update! New Pokemon Snap improves everything about the original. I loved it. Deserves an half award from me. Most pleasant surprise? RIP. I forgot all about the previous incarnation. RIP. It's a neat concept, but eh. But the sequel, RIP, was a blast to play. You get chased by a glitch version of yourself while ripping through space and time. And oh wow, that's kinda awesome and tenseful and scary. But without any jump scares. Favorite haircut? Kirby Sora, Kirby Sora, Kirby Sora, Kirby Sora. Favorite music? Oh yeah, Bum Rush Cyberpunk! Oh come on! Neo, The World Ends With You, Wrecking wins. There might be a couple of recycled songs, but holy carp, it slaps! I love it! Revolution! I'm not even sorry. Cute or not? Cute! Thems are the cutest. Just look at them with their big old eyes. And don't eat them, please! Also, Bidoof was kinda cute? Not cute. Morgana's not cute, just very annoying. Go away before I hit you, you stupid little cat! Most memorable moments. Hearing the owls in Tales of Arise. Favorite shooting / action game. Shoot 'em ups are fun. So Frontier Diver Pyrogenesis is kinda amazing. You can't really shoot the enemies trying to kill you, so you have to shoot the enemies' projectiles. It's a cool concept, well executed despite the game lasting 20 minutes. But then again, most shoot 'em ups are very short and you can pay whatever you feel like. This is quite neat. Favorite level design. Also Frontier Diver Pyrogenesis. Mostly because the enemy placement is top-notch, like it's just challenging enough to be entertaining, but not too hard. It's a tiny bit above Tori 1 and 2's, and that's okay! Favorite cutscenes. Well, Balan Wonderworld sure looks pretty, and the cutscenes are super stylish. So, there you go! Balan wins again! Funniest game. Well, we have Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, that's hilarious, so might as well put it there. Yes, the fourth wall breaks are kind of absurd, but I like him. It tickles my funny bones. Most shocking moment. If Balan Wonderworld made me cry 6 times, then World's End Club made me down my entire being every single hour. Every single hour of this game brings something new to the table, and the narrative is absolutely insane. It's basically a heart attack in a box. Favorite multiplayer game. Balan would win again because it taught my mother how to play video games again, but It Takes Two rocks. From its level design to its writing, this 2-player game is great. Most underrated. Captain M, the Game Master. The Game Master is a game made by Jeff-tastic where you run around and solve puzzles. It's very short, sure, but the art style is fine and I think it kinda deserves more recognitions because its puzzles are really fun. Also an outcry slaps. Favorite port. For some godforsaken reason, both LSD Dream Emulator and Serial Experiments Lane for PS1 got HTML ports.
Is this legal?
While I love LSD Dream Emulator, Serial Experiments Lane's unsettling narrative is what drove me to play for a while. You explore a girl and a therapist's memories with audio clips, videos and other stuff. It also tackles very heavy topics which were way ahead of their time, and the interface is quite odd, but it's probably one of my favorite games of all time and I love it. Favorite game overall. This is it! The moment you've been waiting for. My #1 favorite game is... Cooking Companions, the cooking horror, just kidding, it's new Pokemon Snap if you're unethical, or Tori 1 and 2 if you care about the developers. New Pokemon Snap exceeded my sequel expectations, while Tori created a fresh new take on the 3D platformer. And that's kinda it. This year had too many things, I couldn't play them all. Yeah, lack of funding! Or lack of time! So yeah, this represents another amazing gaming year, despite its flaws. If you'd like to give a shout out to a game I missed, feel free to do so in the comments. Goodbye and happy gaming!